Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be the January 2021 edition of all the makeup I am currently project panning. I do this in collaboration with Jessica and Amanda every 4 months or so. 4 or 5 months we do this. And basically what we do is we lay out collectively every makeup item that we have in a project pan currently. And then in a few days, we do that with all of our non-makeup items. So skincare, body care, hair care, things like that. The reason we like to do this is because we do a lot of projects and you put a couple items in this project and a couple items in this project. But until you see it all laid out together, you don't really realize how much you've put on your plate until you see it all. So that's what this video is all about. I think this is the first time we've ever done this in January, and I have a lot. I mean, that is the trend. I tend to start out the year with a lot of products in projects, and as the year goes on, in theory, I should be finishing some of these items or meeting my goals on some of them, and then I don't have as much to work with as the year goes on. Of course, I do sometimes start projects mid-year, but I think this is the first time we've ever done one of these videos in January, and it is eye-opening. I mean, there is so much makeup that I'm currently working on. I mean, it's fun, it's a lot of variety. There is plenty of opportunities to create any color combination I could possibly dream of, but it also makes it harder to hit the goals when you're spreading yourself thin. I'll say this in a minute, but the goals for each product are different. Some of the products you're about to see I am trying to finish completely, others I'm trying to hit pan on, and some I'm trying to use so many times before they roll out. So the goal on each product is different, but as of right now, all of these are currently in a project pan, and it's a lot. It's a lot. I think what amazed me most about doing this is not the categories that I have a ton of products in. I'm not surprised at all to know that I'm panning a lot of eyeshadow or a lot of lip products. That doesn't surprise me at all, but what surprised me is how many categories I'm only panning like 1 or 2 of, and there's a lot of that as well. And so that is good. I'm glad to know that there's some categories that I'm not trying to pan everything I own all at once. Of course, what you're about to see is just a small fraction of my entire makeup collection, and it's always tricky figuring out what the right balance is when it comes to project panning. Every project panner knows the struggle of trying to figure out how much to put in a project so that you have variety, you don't get bored, you don't get burnt out, and how you can enjoy as much of what you have while still being able to focus in on some items and use them up, because for most of us the goal is to use up our items and move them out of our stash. So it's a struggle. I've been doing project panning for like 5 years now, and I still haven't figured out the right formula for how much to put in a project, but I'm working on it, and I'm having a lot of fun while I'm doing it. So that was a weird smile. All right, before I turn the cameras around and show you everything I'm project panning, don't forget to check out Jessica and Amanda's videos to see all of the makeup they are currently project panning. And don't forget to be on the lookout for our non-makeup items that we're project panning in a few days, because we'll be posting that in just a couple days. All right, here we go. Okay, here it all is in all of its glory. This is everything that I currently have in a project pan and I'm working on. And I've kind of put it in order from the way that I apply it from start to finish. So let's get into it. Let's take a closer look. The goal on each of these products is different. Some of them I am trying to finish, some of them I have a more specific goal, like use 10 times, others I'm trying to hit pan on. So not every one of these products is in a project to be finished at this time. I have different goals set for all of these products, and it just depends on the project and the product. Believe it or not, I only have 1 primer in a project right now. I have 2 that will probably be making an appearance at some point throughout the year, but they haven't yet. So right now, that is the only primer I'm working on. It's my Revlon Photo Ready, so I am using that every single day at this point. I currently have 4 foundations, this Neutrogena, the Revlon, the Physicians Formula, and the MAC. And my goal is to finish all 4 of those products completely this year, but currently I'm working on the Neutrogena one that is in my deck of panning project, and it's a good color match for me right now, so I'm trying to finish that one off first. I'm pairing that foundation with this Glotion from Ultima 2, and that's just a liquid illuminator that I kind of mix in with the foundation to kind of give me a more natural, glowy look, and that's the only liquid illuminator that I'm working on, so I'm using that one every day. I have 1 peach tone color corrector, 1 green color corrector, and 1 skin colored color corrector, and so those 3 are being worked on every day. For cream bronzer, I only have my e.l.f. palette in a project right now, so that's my everyday cream bronzer at this point. I have 2 cream highlighters, and right now I'm only working on the Lunch Money from ColourPop. Once that's gone, I will start working on this one, which is a Josie Maran highlighter. I only have 1 cream blush in a project right now, so that's getting used every single day. I have a bunch of powders in projects for this year. I have this Winky Lux diamond powder, I have a Clinique powder, I have a Prescriptives powder, I have a loose pigment from Salty Cosmetics that I use to set my eyeshadow, I have the Shade and Light palette, and I have the Too Faced No Filter Selfie Powder palette. The ones that I'm currently working on are this guy at the end of my makeup to set everything, this for an under eye setting powder, and that to set my eyeshadow primer. So those are the 3 I'm working on, and once I finish this one and this one, I'll start working on these 3. For bronzer, I only have 1 powder bronzer in a project right now, my Physicians Formula. I have 2 blushes. This is in project 10 uses, and this I'm trying to hit pan on. I'm working on one of these 2 every day. For highlighter, I have 3. I have this eyeshadow from Milani that I love to use as a highlighter. I have my Laura Mercier highlighter, and I have my Wet n Wild loose highlighter. My goal is to use that one 50 times. These 2 I'm trying to finish completely this year. Okay, for eyeshadow bases, I have my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I have this tan side of the Revlon Color Stay. I have my Maybelline Color Tattoo. I have my Mary Kay Signature eye base. I have 2 more pots of Mary Kay. Those are my everyday eye bases. I do not have a traditional eye primer in a project at the moment. I'm just using one of those every day, or I'm using my concealer to prime my eyes. All right, let me count up exactly how many eyeshadows I currently have in projects. We'll just go by pans of eyeshadow. Okay, I currently have 42 pans of eyeshadow in projects. That's a lot. No wonder why I'm not making much progress on any of them. I'm not even counting that eyeshadow because that one I just use in my brows. But yeah, most of the 42 eyeshadows I'm just trying to hit pan on, but some I'm trying to use 10 times and others I'm trying to finish. So that's a lot. I don't know how many eyeshadows I was trying to pan at the last time I did this video. I'll compare it and put a note, but 42 feels like a lot. For eyeliners, I currently have 4. I have a black, a navy, a brown, and a bright blue. And I'm actually trying to finish all 4 of those completely. And finally, for lip products, I have 3 lip balms that I'm trying to finish. I have 1 tinted lip balm. It's actually a lipstick, but I look at it and use it like it's a tinted lip balm. I have 4 lip glosses. I have 3 lip pencils. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liquid lipsticks, all of which are just in Project 10 uses. And then I have these 3 samples that I'm working on out of my Advent Calendar project pan. And this one down here is almost gone. So that's a lot. That's, if we're looking at just colored products, so I'll take off the 3 lip balms, that's 16 lip products. Well, that doesn't sound like much when you compare it to 42 eyeshadows. So there you have it. That is all of the makeup I am currently project panning. What do you think? Is it a lot? I don't know. It's only a fraction of everything I own, but that feels like a lot. Let's make that 43 eyeshadows. I just found this sitting over on the table because I haven't taken a good picture of it yet, so I'll do that right now. But yes, counting this guy, Whittle, which I just rolled into my Panner's Pan project, I am now at 43 eyeshadows that I'm project panning. No big deal. It's okay. Don't panic. All right, guys, tell me in the comments down below what you think. Is it crazy? Is it insane? Is it too much? Is it just right? I'm wondering what you think about all of the makeup I'm currently project panning. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Jessica and Amanda, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.